Everyone, Arizona Kid here. What do we got planned for you? Stuttering on my words there. But what do we have planned for you today? We're going to do the first oil change on a Honda Pioneer 2021. It's the 700-4. Sorry, I'm a little cold. It's cold today. I'm wearing a jacket in my garage even. But first things first, before we get to the oil change, I'm going to show, I had a subscriber ask about storage. I can't believe I never put this little piece of storage in on any of my videos, but I'm going to show that real quick and then we'll get to the oil change and we'll get moving on. So let me flip you around and show you the storage and then let's get to the oil change. All right, so storage on the Honda Pioneer. I hope I didn't say Foreman earlier. Yeah, the Honda Pioneer 700-4 kind of shows you there. But storage on it, there's really not much storage on it whatsoever. I know some people you can buy, I don't know about the 700s, like on the thousands, I know there's a compartment you can buy to go under your seat for storage. All we have is that little cubby hole and the glove box. I know right here, down here, there's a thing you can buy for like a netting storage there, but the storage I was talking about that I never mentioned, well, you have this big old back compartment. That's a lot of storage. No, I'm just joking. Everybody should know you have this for storage. I haven't put our ice chest back there when we go riding and stuff, but this is the other storage that I was talking about. So if you're not using your back seats and you're just like me where you're kind of riding around like that, the holes for the feet right here are a big old cubby hole on both sides. So, I mean, roll of toilet paper in there. This bag right here has if I can get it out. You can lift up on that to get out. I'm not gonna get it pulled out. It has a tow rope in it and it still goes back in there and has all this room still here. I can put my arm all the way back in there. It has a tow rope, an air compressor in it, and maybe the tire patch kit in it. But that's just this side of it. And if you go to the, let me step back so you guys can kind of see that. So if you go to the other side of it, that closes. You have another door on it. And you can put more stuff in there. I have no idea what I have on this side other than there's a rope. Like I said, there's still a bunch of room. You can put my arm all the way back there. And oh, I know what's in this bag. This is the jump starter. It's the same one that I carry in the Foreman. The last bike I rode was, well, not bike, last machine I drove was this one. So it has the, that's not good. It has the jump starter in here. But yeah, I mean, look, that can push back. Look, this just a lot more room in there. So there's two storage compartments, and that's only if you're not using the seats. If you're using the two seats, then obviously you don't have the little storage capability. But yeah, I just want to make sure I showed him that because he asked. But all right, that took enough time. Let's get to this oil change, and yep, let's get that going. I'm gonna hit pause and grab everything so we can start talking. Alrighty guys, let's get this show on the road. So here's the oil filter. Now this is a Honda Pioneer 700-4 2021. There's the oil filter number. I wish I would have got more than one, but it's got one. The oil on it, 10W30. I always get synthetic, you don't have to. It says it takes 3.1, I believe, so there's 4. And yeah, let's move on. So up here, when you go to take out your, if you can see it right there, you go take out your filter, that is going to be a 12 millimeter. 12 to take that out. Going to the other side, so this is the driver's side. There's your check oil dipstick right there. Here's to fill the oil. Too bad it's not like some cars where it literally says the weight right there. It'd be nice if they did that. Huh. Interesting that they don't put that on there. All right. I always, golly, that's pretty tight. That's really tight. There it goes. I always open things up like this to relieve pressure. It also says to let it run a little bit. I've already let it run. I don't want that to fall. There we go. I don't think anything's gonna fall in that unless a bird comes and poops in it. Down here on the bottom, first, get down here. Can you guys even see that? Wow, this is gonna be interesting. Probably should have got my little baby tripod instead of this tripod. Bear with me, I'm just bending the arms on it so it can reach our holder. So those right there, those are a 10 millimeter, and then I'm not 100% sure, but the oil plug up inside, I believe it's probably going to be 17 millimeter because they all are. I don't see Honda changing it from, just because it's on the same engine on a side-by-side, changing it to not be the same size. So first things first, I got that cap off up there. We're going to take this little shield off right here, and then we're going to get that oil coming out on it. Try to guys get you a little closer there. It's kind of getting late here. I do have a flashlight that I can help see it. I'm just gonna try to hurry so it doesn't get too dark on us. Yeah, so let me stop talking so much and start getting to the project at hand. Well, those aren't very tight, I'll tell you that. Look at that. Wow. That's kind of scary. It's a little sketchy. You know, this is one of those things that, you know, everybody always says, and I brought it up before, and I'm not trying to slam anybody for taking your stuff in, because I've taken my stuff in also. But see that, how those were super loose like that, like it wasn't even tightened all the way up? That's stuff that you risk having someone else do it. And I'm a service advisor, I used to be, many moons ago for a car dealership. And let me tell you, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on that I would tell you, if you know how to, or you have the ability to do anything on your own vehicle, man, own quad, whatever you have, do it yourself. Or, and I'll tell you this, I've done it myself. When I'm working on something or I take something to have it done, I inspect the bejesus out of it. I get underneath my vehicle, I get underneath my quad, I check it. And I also check to see if they even really touched it. Or did they just say, oh no, it's fine, we didn't find nothing wrong with it. Check it, check it. If you have doubts, man, bring it up. You're paying them. Don't let them make it sound like it's an inconvenience to them, because it shouldn't be that way. All right, so I just scooted that off to the side right there. I'm sure you guys have saw that, like I scooted it that way. Here's the bolt. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's still warm even. Let me scoot you over here. Now I can't see to see if you're seeing or not. Well, let me put you back over here. You guys are going, this is making me dizzy. Yeah, it's making me dizzy too. Let me see if I can get you guys a little turned up in there at least. Or at least to show you where the drain plug is. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that big one right in the middle. Right there. Right there, that guy. Right there. That's the one we're gonna take off. I believe it's just a long bolt that comes out. So let me think about this. Maybe put you over here. Let me see if I can walk around and see if you guys can see that. Get rid of these nuts in the way, or bolts, or whatever you want to call them. So I need that there to catch the oil. Yeah, Right there, you guys can see. All right, I'll just leave the camera there, I think. Hopefully I don't hit it with oil. I could even put you on the top to watch, but nah. Let's try that out. Now I don't know what I did with the socket. There it is. Found it. Found it, found it, found it. Leave that until I get it loosened at least. That wasn't tight at all. You know what I didn't look at, y'all? I probably should look that up, is the foot-pounds on it. I mean, I know it's in your manual. That's already draining out. I know it's in your manual, but I don't use it anyways. I'll just be honest. I just do I wing it by feel. I mean, and going by how that felt, it's not very tight on there. Wow, this is a long bolt. It's kind of weird, guys. I've never done one like this. Feels weird pulling it out. There we go. Woo! You guys see that? Look how long that is. Holy moly. I know that it has that rubber right there, and it does have a crush washer, but yeah. Oil don't look that bad coming out. I mean, for 100 miles it shouldn't. All right, well, I'm going to let you watch that drain out for a minute, because we want that to drain, and then I want to put this back, the bolt back. I hope you guys could saw that. Let me spin you around and make sure you saw what I was talking about. See, yeah, so you guys saw that. There's the rubber gasket on it. But we're gonna let that drain out, and then I need to put this back in there before I'm gonna go pull out the filter, because down here underneath it there's a hole where, actually literally right here, right next to us. Here, watch this. So see this big hole right here? Right above me is the oil filter, and that's where excess oil can fall out. So I want to be able to put this pan that's catching all the oil right now, I want to be able to put that underneath there. So yeah, let me take my dirty hand here and grab some paper towel and get cleaned up. I might edit this part out because I'm trying to make it shorter. I've never had you guys really complain, but if I'm ever making videos like this too long, say something, let me know. I just don't like to skip anything. I want to just leave it running so you can kind of see it, unless it's just me showing you oil draining, then I obviously can skip that. I'll be right back. All right, everyone, I will admit that this has been taking a while. I stopped filming because I was like, man, I didn't want like a, I don't know, 10-minute maybe video of just watching the oil drizzle out. I mean, it looked like an old man taking a leak. It was pretty, just such a small little stream there at the end. Now it's finally dripping, which is, wow. I would usually just, and I think I am going to now, I would a long time ago just have stuck the drain plug back in and went and took the filter out and called it good enough, because, man, I've never seen this just take that long. But I just wanted to let it take a little bit longer because it was the first one, like I said. You know, is this metal? I'll be darned, it's metal. Well, how far does the metal go? Up all the way under the engine. So they got a metal shield under the engine, and then once you get past that, it's just a 1/4 inch plastic. Yep. 1/4 inch plastic everywhere else, and then a metal sheet right under the engine, which at least they put a metal sheet under the engine. I've already scraped it up here. It looks like, let me spin it around and you can see. So here's metal, here's plastic. I've already scraped it right here. Me and my son did that. I think the first day we took it over this little hill and it scraped it. Heck, I haven't got rocks stuck in over there. Look at that. I wonder if I can get to those from where I'm at. That's weird. Did I back into something? There's rocks up in there. That's too funny. I'll have to reach my hand. Well, I don't know that I can even get my hand in there. If I can, I'll get them out. If not, then we're going to have a few rocks going for rides, because that's so weird how that little corner kind of hangs down right there. Know what to take care of that? Was it Andrew Kamatra? He loved his channel. Good self-tapping screw right there. And that'd take care of that issue. Same with this side. Honestly, look at that. That one's, look at that. Look at that. Just put right here, just draw a self-tapping screw and take care of that in a sec. Huh. Might have to do that. We'll see how much of an issue it is down the road. But that's like if you're backing up and on top of a rocky hill and backing up, and that just look at that. I could just rip that right off. Why did they not put another screw like this right on the edge on the corner right here? Interesting. Very interesting. Did it back here on this one. Look at that. They have that right on the edge. I don't get it. All right. Well, enough of that baloney. Let's get this plug back in and get on with this oil change. But see what kind of that was easy enough. Just screwed it right on. Didn't bring any paper towel. Grab some paper towel. Oh, where's that? There it is. Clean around it. Now I'm not gonna close this door up. And you guys go, why not? Well, because once I put the oil filter on and I put the oil filter on and all that stuff, I want to be able to check it, make sure it's not leaking. It shouldn't, but you never know. So I always clean around it just to make sure there's nothing there. I need to get this wrench. Like I said, it wasn't very tight. I'm guessing it must have a really, really low foot-pounds. But best way to do is to choke up here. So my hand's high up on the ratchet. Don't put it down low because that gives you more leverage. And feel how tight it feels. And that's the way to do it. Because then you know by feel if you're putting it on too tight or too loose. Yeah. I don't know how else better to explain that, but like, so like if it's the ratchet, choke up on it up here and hold it up here when you're turning it. Don't put your hand all the way down at the handle, because that's giving you way too much leverage and you can't feel how tight you're putting that on, you know. It's like I go back and like check, notice that feels tight. I'm not gonna mess with it. Another rock. Well, this thing just likes to hold rocks. All right, so let's go get to that filter. I moved the pan. You moved the pan over to the other hole, like I said, which I'm looking up in there, and I think it's gonna make a mess. I don't think that there's a nice big, what do I want to call it? Big old wire harness up here, and I've got a feeling that wire harness is gonna get a whole bunch of oil on it. Can't wait. Can't wait for that to happen. I'm trying to set the camera up here. That ain't working. That might work. You can see it. I literally think it's going to be like upside down for you guys. Hope that's not going to give anybody a brain issue there. But yep, that's how we're going to do it. I wonder if I can set a flashlight in there. I know I grabbed the flashlight a minute ago. What did I do with it? I think I thought I was going to need it down there, so I had it underneath there. Is that too much light? Let's see if I can set the flashlight down in there. How'd that be? That looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, I'll just leave the flashlight in there and let it get all oily too. Let's do that. Whenever I need an extension, I think I need an extension. So, what was this number? This is number 12. Wish me luck on this one, y'all. Oh, look, that extension is too long. It figures. I know I got a shorter one. That's what my wife tells me, at least. Damn her. Divorce. Just joking. Alrighty. See how tight that feels. Holy moly, that feels super tight. What the heck? Is it not lefty-loosey? Oh, there it goes. Holy bejesus, guys. Now, compared to the drain bolt, oh my goodness. That was tight. It's got me all worried that I'm turning the wrong way. I mean, I've always heard lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, right? Well, that's got to be loose now. Wow, that was on there, though. That on there. Man, oh man. Yeah, I can't even get that with my hand. That's crazy. It doesn't feel tight with the wrench, though. Let me see if I can just do it with the socket. Yeah, I just can't get a grip on it because it's such a small little head on it. But wow. Hey, you know, I hope that's not too bright for you. Let me see if I can get that light a little bit over there. Is that better? Yeah, it looks like it was super bright down there, but man, I think it's my hand. My hand's reflecting the light. But that was, I know it's spring loaded. But woo. Like I said, I did not expect it to be that. I think I'm just spinning for nothing now. So, Yeah, it's loose. So I don't want to pull that out. I've seen people pull that completely out. I'm going to take that off. And I've seen people have to put a wrench in here to get this to pop off. I don't want to do that. I want to see if I can just get it to twist off. Like to maneuver off. Does that make any sense? I don't want to put no wrench in this little crack. But now I'm calling it a little crack. Good thing I had a little thing for it, huh? Is anybody picking up on my dialogue? Here it comes. Now I'm just playing with it really slow, guys. Like I said, I watched people put a wrench on it in videos. Oop, I sure did drop oil out of it. Heck yeah, it did. So yeah, definitely put that pan underneath it. That just caught some oil. I'm still going real slow to pull it out. There goes more oil. I want the whole thing to come out in one piece. Here we go. Yeah, oh, let's trip some more. So of course, here, let me grab the camera. So here's what's in my hand. So of course I did make a mess in there, but I'm not too worried about that. Let me get you guys in front of this a little bit. Why am I not? Oh, because I'm not far enough out. I got paper towel here. Let me put the paper towel. I just don't want to get oil all over my carport. You guys see that? So that's how it came. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually watched another video to try to see. And everybody always, when they pulled out this whole thing with it. And then they try to tell you, keep everything together. And I'm like, why don't you just, see, I'm making a mess now on my carport because that's going right through it. And I don't have any brake cleaner. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I better make a big old thing here, a paper towel real quick, guys. Bear with me. Because I do not have, I usually keep brake cleaner. When I had brake cleaner, I don't care about spilling oil because I just come out and spray the brake cleaner. Oh, I didn't buy any. I was just at the store too, getting oil and all that, and I have to change the oil in my truck, and you think I would have got some brake cleaner, but I didn't. So let's slide this back over again. At least if it leaks again, it's in the same spot. Start over here. So yeah, so when you, because this thing just got oil in it still. So you pull the filter off, and I believe the filter is the same on both sides other than it has a washer right here. So this washer, you need to keep this washer right there. There's a spring right here. You know, and if you weren't watching me do this and you yanked this out and this stuff didn't stay in place, it might give you a little loop about where it goes. But that's how it's going to go back on. That's how it's going to go. I thought maybe this filter would have a bunch of metal in it. I kind of see a little bit shining, but not as much as I thought I was going to see. I did that first oil change with my nephew's ATV, and man, it had, I don't know, I should say it had a lot, but it looked like it had more than that one did on it. So that's how it should kind of look like right there. Let's go back up and see how bad it looks up there. Like I said, I'm happy I put the pan underneath that slot because it did drain out a bunch of water. Or not water. What's wrong with me today? Bunch of oil. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that with the light, but I did make a little bit of a mess there, a little dot down there. Not too darn bad. I thought for sure that thing would have got flooded with oil. I think that little bit of oil that's on it right now is from me. Now I heard one guy say, be careful about putting paper towel in there and wiping it out. I agree with him, be careful, but doesn't mean you can't. Just watch your paper towel, but don't let it rip off in the hole. You know, I'm gonna go down there and do it. There's not one machine that I haven't ever cleaned out where I put it. I get his concern though, I really do. I'm not slamming the guy, I'm not even saying his name, but I'll be honest, I don't remember his dang name. But I'm not slamming him. His concerns really are good concerns, you know. But, oh, you guys just fell. But with anything, just always be careful what you're doing. Doesn't mean you can't do it. And are we human enough to make mistakes? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of a crazy lip right there. I think it's just to keep the oil to go out that hole. I wonder if that's just a manufacturer thing. If it is, it's pretty smart. And let me see if I can get, I'm trying to get that, what do you want to call it? Wipe off that wiring harness. You know, if I had brake cleaner, I would just put everything back on and then shoot a whole bunch of brake cleaner down there and let it just run off. But I already said it, I don't have brake cleaner. What was I thinking? Anyhow, it's gonna be a long video, I think. I'm sorry, guys. Are any of my videos not long? Don't answer that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wipe the metal down there now. You guys probably can't even see what I'm doing other than I'm shoving my hand in there. Can you see that down there? Yeah, it looks like it made it look... At least it smeared the oil around instead of it not being smeared around. Someone... Yeah, you know, if you're gonna do it right, make it messy, you know. Don't half-ass it, you know. If you're gonna put oil all over your machine somewhere, make sure you smear it around and let it get everywhere. You know what's funny now about all that? I'm realizing now this wiring harness moves over a little bit. Wishing I would have known that earlier. I could have pushed it over like that. No, it just goes right back. Oh well. All right, let's get that wiped off a little bit again. Let's get that new one in there before that oil comes back and makes a mess. Yeah, the guy was, at least people I talked to, they're like, you know, make sure you oil this O-ring up. Man, it's got tons of oil all over it already. It isn't dry. Stick my finger in the old oil here and rubbing it on it. But yep. I'm not too worried about that. I'll wipe that off actually once I screw it back on. Let's get that other filter. Way bigger filter than my 520 has though. Oh, that's another thing he said put oil on these. I don't know how much you really need to do that, but I know it's not going to hurt anything to do it. So let's do it. I'm serious, I don't think you really need to. But once this goes in there, you know it's going to have oil all over it anyways. It's an internal oil filter, so let's just do it anyhow. Well, that's like a snug fit. That's what she said. It's a snug fit. That thing is so spring loaded, crazy. Like I said, make sure that spring's there. Make sure that washer was in there. The washer was in there. And let's go stick this back. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do. This is like when I'm wishing I would have just left you guys already there instead of me taking it off and having to put it back on. So, all right. Let's go stick this back in the hole. In the hole. Haha. In the hole. In the hole. You know what? Yeah. I don't know if this is the way I should be doing it. I'm trying to get that threading started. Spinning it on a little bit. So I got that threading started, as you guys can see, because that rubber is really solid. And then I'm gonna push that on. See if I can get it to go in there. Oh, I didn't even think of that. It was so spring-loaded to come out. Yeah. I'm going to have to move you guys because I'm going to need both hands in there. I think I'm going to need both hands in there. See, now I know why. The one video I watched on this, the guy actually didn't show me this. He actually stopped, and then all of a sudden he had it on. He's like, oh, I got it on there. After a little bit of finessing, and now I know why. Because he didn't want to show what he had to do. See, I had to push on that pretty hard to get that to go. And then I still have to screw that in. And it's already starting to back out. Oh, there's a rubber washer there too. Wow. This is an interesting design. I will say that for sure. So, yeah. So see, I got that pushed in there. Now every time I take my hand off of it, the spring wants it to come right back out. Uh-oh, my wife's home. All right, let me hit pause. I'm just gonna let that pop right back off. All right, I'm back. As you can see, yeah, look at that. That popped right back out on me. I gotta get it back in there. Very interesting setup. Sorry that my wife pulled up and I had the trailer, everything in the way. I just went on, did some stuff with the trailer and it was in the way. So see, that's in right now. So I'm gonna try to hold it with one hand. See if I can get that threading started. With the other hand. I've never, ever. I wonder if there's a fancier trick to this. Anybody's watching this, let me know. I mean, with that spring loaded on it. See, that just came right back out. I can't see an easier way about doing it. I feel weird about just threading it though and not feeling it go in. Like I see how that, I like the sense of knowing I popped it in there instead of just threading it in there. It might be because, so I'm gonna try to put you guys in the middle. I'm going to stick both hands in there so I can keep that pressure on, and then put the wrench in here
And that might be the trick, because it's working now. Let me see if I can turn the camera. You guys can see that all. It might, you know, if you didn't have, like I'm doing, like I'm trying to film this and show you guys what I'm doing at the same time. I'm sure that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of hoping you guys can see a little bit of it. And I'm just doing it. But what I'm doing, I'm holding that plate in with my left hand and I'm ratcheting it with my right hand. And like I said, if you weren't filming, that's what I just came down to in my head. I just got to do this without worrying about how good you guys can see it or not. And that might be why that other guy figured too. He just figured, you know what? I got to get it in there. Let me see. Does that even help a little bit? Like you can see my big hand holding it. My left hand's holding it. That's kind of blocking, but I'm just ratcheting it in there. I just want to ratchet in there when I have that pressure on that cap with my hand. And you know what? I don't know how important that is or not, really. I just feel like if that's going to fight to go in like it did with me just pushing it with my hand, then how much is it going to fight with you? You know what I mean? Doing it. So it's snug feeling now. But I'm going to put you guys on this side. Scoot you over a little bit so you can see my hands in the way. I just want to be able to feel what I'm doing. That's tight. Wow, that's an interesting, can you guys see that? There it is. That's an interesting setup. So interesting. Well, this is turning out to be a long video. I'll try to edit out some of the nonsense for y'all, but so that's on there. And you will definitely feel when it's tight. Sorry, make myself laugh with what I say. So, what's the other part? I have a funnel. Gonna take a funnel. This is the filler hole right here. Down there, you can see that now with lack of light. That is the dipstick. That's gonna tell you how much oil is in it. I'm gonna pull that out a little bit. Get ready. And we're gonna drop 3 quarts into this baby. 3.1 is supposed to have, I'm putting 3 in it, and then we're going to start it for start it for a sec, let it cool for a sec, and check the oil on it. And I heard when you're putting oil in here to go, I'm gonna use a funnel to go slow, that I guess it's got to be able to gurgle. And maybe that might be a good reason to pull that dipstick out a little bit, to let it gurgle down in there. So I have it just stuck out like that. At least that's what I heard. I haven't done it before. This is obviously my first time doing it, along with your guys' probably first time doing it. But let's get a couple quarts over here, and let's get to pouring some oil. Yeah. You know what? I couldn't figure out where did I hear that yeah from, and where did I start hearing it from. And I went and watched the other day Matthew McConaughey on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, or I don't know, some movie like that. Him with Kate Hudson in it. They also have another movie that I love watching all the time. It's where they're looking for gold, or not gold, they're looking for a sunken ship. The Aurelia or something like that. And yeah, those two are just a good mix on TV or on movies. Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. But let's start off slow. That's what I was told. Let's go slow. Take it slow. Take it slow. Yeah,
I might hit fast forward here. Or I might not just show doing all three. I'll just delete it out. That could be a possibility. Well, while we're sitting here watching oil pour, I am going to buy a winch. So yeah, I don't know if that'll be the next video after this, or I might have something else planned first. We'll see. Look in the description, it'll tell you what's coming up next. Sometimes I still change it, even though, because I might change my mind even after I wrote it. But for sure, I am going to buy a winch. And man, I went and looked for videos, guys, on winches to install on this thing, and there's not any good ones. At least I don't feel like there's a good one. They're all, I shouldn't say that, because my winches for my Honda are Honda Foreman. I think they suck because I didn't get to show it being installed. I just kind of explained what I did after. And I always thought I would have the opportunity to do one on my nephew's rancher, but he's so slow to buying his stuff, I haven't had that opportunity to kind of redeem myself. And I can't wait to do one on this one, because all the videos I saw, they like the Honda Thousands, good videos, really good videos for those. The Honda 700s, they're not very good videos. So I can't wait to do one and try to make it as good as possible. I believe I'm going to get the just like I did on the Foreman. I'm gonna get my plate from KFI, and then I'm gonna get the 5000 Badlands UTV winch, because I think I could do everything for about $250, and that's almost identical to what I paid to do on the Foreman. And yeah, anyways, well, I'm gonna keep going. This is number 2. I got one more to go, and I'll probably just jump to that. I tried to put even the 0.1 whatever in it. It's supposed to be 3.1. I'm never really good at that, just kind of guess it. But let's take that off, and let's put the cap back on. And boy, that's cap sure just go on there tight. And let's push that. Oh, forget it screws in, my bad. Let's push that. You guys are probably having a good view of my face. Sorry about that. Let's push that oil, screw that oil dipstick in, because I want to start her up. And I took the flashlight out because it was down in there. I don't want it to get overheated or overheated. Let's get her to start. We're gonna let her run for a few minutes, and then I'll bring you guys back on and we'll check the oil on it, and then I'll show you how to reset your thingy-majigger, which ain't very hard. All you do is turn it off, hold that button down, turn it on with your other hand, and then it'll reset the oil on it. That's how you do it. But let's let her run for a second. We'll see how good the oil looks. Now I'm gonna finally hit pause. Nope, I lied. You guys missed me? I lied. I figured we have it running. You know, you can even come over here and look at it right here. That's what's so crazy about it. Right there is the nut we took off to drain the oil. Or bolt nut, yeah, not nut, bolt, whatever. Right over there. And you can come over here and, like I said, while it's running, check to see if it's leaking. While it's running, go up here, grab a flashlight, check and see if anything's getting solid. Look at that mess I made down there. Check to see if anything's leaking. I don't see nothing leaking. This thing would be really easy to see if it was leaking. That's kind of nice, I should say. But check out all your stuff out, and now I'm gonna hit pause. I just want to make sure you guys saw that's, you know, make sure, and then don't forget to come back down here
and put that, slide that plate back over and put the nuts back in there. Don't forget to do that. Probably gonna do that right now, maybe while it's running. Yeah, why not? I don't know if you guys want to watch it or not. It's gonna be a little noisy. Go right here and take a clean piece of paper towel that I know has no oil on it and put it right under that nut, and then come back and look at it. And I think we're in the clear. Yeah, I think we're good. Pull that plate back over. Now, for any reason, guys, if this thing leaks out of there, you would for sure see it. You would really for sure see it. This is such an interesting setup, I gotta say that. I don't know why that one doesn't want to screw in very good. Being finicky. Finicky little turkey there. We'll get you one way or the other, little finicky guy. He just wants to be difficult. And I'm okay with difficult. Hell yeah, that one and that one is screwed right in. And the other two are like giving me a hard time. They didn't like me. Oh, got that the wrong way or something. Yeah. Anyway, did I say that earlier? So I got that yeah I stole from Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if I made sense of that story earlier. I gotta stop watching his movies so I can stop saying yeah. That's on there tight this time. Alright, that's got to be long enough. According to this, I've been videoing 5 minutes, so let's go set this machine on. Oh, about fell on my butt. Let's shut her off. You know, while she's cooling down real quick. Let's put this camera right here on the steering wheel. That ain't gonna work. Let's put it up here on the steering wheel. So all you gotta do, hold this button down and turn the key back on. And see that wrench flashed on the right? That should be it. And let go. And let's, yep, so it's reset for 600 more miles to go. And yeah, or how many hours? Or 100 hours. So it's ready for the next go around. That's how you reset it. It's not very hard to do it. You just turn your key back off and it's good to go. Now, Let's see how good of a job I did over here on it. Probably you guys can't even see that now because it's so dark out now. It wasn't very good to see in the first place. You guys should see my my phone camera holder, whatever you want to call it. It looks so so bent and messed up right now. I've been turning it in every which way to let you guys try to see. Well, you know what really is a bad thing is, see how that thing is right there? You can see it. This exhaust right next to it, man. Whew. You don't be careful, you touch your hand on that, and you're gonna regret that. Saying it from experience. I already touched it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of set you guys off right here for a minute. I'm gonna get that pulled out, wipe it off. Now you don't screw it back in, you just stick it in there. Got a lot of sticking today going on. You stick it in there and then wait a few seconds, I always do at least. And let's pull it out. Let's walk over to the sunlight. See what we see. I think it needs more. Boy, is that hard to see. Getting the sun there. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. It looks like it's at that bottom notch. Let me look harder with my old man eyes. Sorry, I'm up here looking harder at it. I think it needs more. Not much though. Pretty darn close. Yep. Let's I'm gonna give it a sec and then check again. But that's just what you guys do, man. I literally just put 3 in there and just a little bit more because I don't want to overfill it. You can always add easier than you can take out. So that's it, guys. That's how you change your oil. And I showed you how to reset that on your 2021 Honda Pioneer. Look for the next video coming up. Hopefully it'll be a winch install. And as always, I flip you around. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep the powder dry, and I'll see you next time on the trail. Arizona Kid out.